request, and I can honor it. This is her reading. Many are the colors of grizzly. I once saw a mother with 4 cubs, each with a different color. She herself was cream-colored, but one of the cubs was nearly black, another gray, the third brown, and the fourth black and white. A grizzly may be blonde or brunette or one of half a dozen in-between shades. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. If it's seafoam blue, what should you do? If aqua green, it won't be mean.
Don't be afraid. I'm just a MerBear, the Baroness. See my vestigial tail and my beautiful glittery claws? A lot of people are afraid of things that they've never seen, or things they don't understand, or things that don't fit their perception of the way things should be in the world. A lot of people don't understand MerBears. But it's not just MerBears, it's all kinds of things about bears that are confusing. That's why there's a book. I mean, take the red panda. Sure, he's really cute, but he's not a bear at all. And heck, there's that water bear, the tardigrade. They're little, tiny, cute, and they got claws, and they hibernate just like bears. But they aren't bears at all. There are so many things that are confusing about bears. The bear book says, bears, dogs, and seals have all descended from a common ancestor. Seals have even been called sea bears. Sea bears. Hey, polar bears are called Ursus maritimus. Ursus, bear, maritimus, sea. Polar bears are bears of the sea, like MerBears. So you can see how things get very mixed up all the time with bears, sort of like mules. I mean, when a polar bear gets together with a grizzly and they make a baby bear, it's called a growler or a pizzly. It depends on who the mama is. Do you know that there are even very rare blue bears other than me? The Alaskan and Himalayan blue bear, and some people think that they're Yetis. Yetis are called Mi-Kong-Kong-Mi. It means man, bear, snow, man. A lot of people don't believe in Yetis, just like MerBears, just because they've never seen them. You know, this poet lady, Mary Oliver, she wrote about one bear she'd never seen called the Turo bear. There's a bear in the Turo woods. People have seen it, 3 or 4 or 2 or 1. I mean, I think of the thickness of the serious woods around the dark bowls of the Turo ponds, and I think of the blueberry fields and the blackberry tangles and the cranberry bogs and the sky with the new moon and the familiar star trails burning down like a brand new heaver. Well, everywhere I look on the scratchy hillside, shadows seem to grow shoulders. I mean, surely a beast might be clever, might be lucky, move quietly through the woods for years, learning to stay away from roads and houses. Common sense mutters, it can't be true. It must be a runaway dog. But the seed has been planted, and when has happiness ever required much evidence to begin its leaf green breathing? The Turo bear is like an invisible bear. Seems to me that polar bears are sort of invisible. You know, their fur isn't really white, it's clear. And the reason it seems white is because the transparent hairs reflect all the light back. So you can't really see them, can you? People sure do like to look at bears, though. Sometimes they catch them and put them in zoos so they can look at them. But you can't really hear them very much. The bear book says, most of the time the grizzly is silent. When he does say anything, it's in a queer but expressive language. He utters a choppy champ of a cough, and he says, woof, woof, in various accents. He growls eloquently, and he grunts, and he sniffs. The youngsters say something like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And when forlorn, they give an appealing cry that I simply cannot translate into words. Maybe those baby bears are forlorn because they're hungry, or in a zoo. Or hungry. I mean, bears like to eat, and I bet if they could talk more, they would talk about blueberries like Mary Oliver. I'm living in a warm place now where you can purchase fresh blueberries all year long, labor-free. They're from the various countries of South America. They're as sweet as any that I picked in the fields outside of Provincetown. But these are enormous. But berries are berries. They don't speak any language I can't understand. Neither do I find ticks or small spiders crawling about them. So, generally speaking, I am very satisfied. Enormous blueberries from South America. South America? Isn't that where Paddington is from? There are a whole lot of famous bears. There's Smokey, Yogi, and Boo Boo, and Aloysius. Oh, and all those Care Bears. But you know what? No matter what kind of bear it is, we all like to eat. Now there's this guy who's afraid of bears, Shel Silverstein. There's a polar bear in my frigid air. He likes it because it's cold in there, with his seat in the meat and his face in the fish and his big hairy paws in the buttery dish. He's nibbling the noodles. He's munching the rice. He's slurping the soda. He's licking the ice. And he lets out a roar if I open the door, and it gives me a scare to know he's in there, that polary bear in the frigid air. Oh gosh, that's nothing to be afraid of. You know, the biggest bear they ever saw was a Kodiak bear, and he was 14 feet tall. That's like twice as tall as I am. And he weighed 2,500 pounds. That's about twice as many pounds as I am. A.A. Milne, he's like the dad of Pooh. He said and explained it all. A bear, however hard he tries, grows tubby without exercise. Our teddy bear is short and fat, which is not to be wondered at. But do you think it worries him to know that he is far from slim? No, it's just the other way about. He's proud of being short and stout. Well, you know what? I'm proud of being a MerBear, and I hope that you're proud of whatever kind of bear you are too. And I hope that you don't get scared of bears that you don't know or you don't understand or you've never seen, because sometimes they're not really bears at all.